I was thinking of the most appropriate time to drop this piece, but then I remembered the appropriate time for truth is always now. And there's not a much more appropriate time than now. Mr. Legislator, when you say best interest, do you talk about me, or is that mentioned as your mortgage security? Am I really the top of the list in fiscal policy? Does the police protect, swerve, or mama guy me? Don't mind me asking. I'm just curious for my sake. I'm sure that's a state in which you relate often. See, I'm no longer trying to soften the blow. You're selfish. Your dinner table is decorated with shellfish while I eat jacks from the poor man trying to selfish. You see, Mr. Legislator, I know you alone can't take the blame, but you're the easiest target, so we take aim cause we aim for you to reach the top. Then suddenly, like a Photoshop pro, you crop us from sight, then go to serve as a public servant who insists he's the master. I'm not targeting any bastards, but who the shoe fits, wear it. Who the crown adores with every bloody diamond, place it on your head till you're dead. Another rises in your place instead, Mr. Legislator. Why don't you be honest? Your power resides in your pockets, but the power of your pockets reside in the people. The equation is no longer equal. But I know your tricks and your politics. There's a reason you wouldn't put education in my hand, but insist that I have no use for my land. You continue to glorify foreign investment, but let's talk about the local investments that failed. I'm looking at you. Past, present, you were put in charge to lead, correct, yet you led us straight to debt and more tax collectors. So will you admit to me that you had no vision from the start? Your heart is misplaced and the house is broken, but t-shirts and artists are golden tokens for votes from the foolish. That's right, Mr. Legislator, I said you were the easiest to hit. But you're not my sole target, you see. I'm a bipartisan artisan crafting arrows of truth. So if it hits you, warn your neighbor to shiver, cause I still got a fully loaded quiver. Mr. Legislator, heard you can't give IMF a rest, but give the public zest and lie saying with the best. Mr. Legislator, a degree or the ability to be free. I don't see them hand in hand or even as a compliment. In the 5 years I study and beat the books, when I'm conscious of change again, I'll be shook. Where will I go? Do tell. Have I been sold? Do you think you have use when the system that's been abused no longer has purpose and democracy breaks and republics seem useless? Mr. Legislator, will your ammo last when civil unrest is awake? Did I just make you shake? Did you realize the civilian eyes are no longer sustained by the warmth of development, but rather by the wrath of change? Mr. Legislator, did it just click? You ought to remember you walk on the soil of the island of conflict.